How's everybody doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm freaking awesome, that's all I am. Coaching for the Buckeyes.
There you go. How would you assess the first week of camp?
Fantastic, hard work, great kids, playing hard. Coaching at Ohio State, doesn't get any better than that. It's been a great week of camp.
Who stood out to you
You know what?
in your group?
In my group, the young freshmen have done a great job of assimilating themselves into the system, into the environment, into the team, and that's really exciting to watch. They're talented players, but they're also freshmen, and so they've got a lot to learn, but they've been really good. We've been working trying to keep our legs from getting too worn down as a collective group, and they got a ton of reps Saturday in the scrimmage. They're doing a real good job.
Is Burrows still a corner, or is he kind of moving around? Or
Burrows?
Yeah.
He's a corner. He also plays in the dime package at the dime.
Okay. I mean, is he sort of a guy you kind of want to wait and see how his body develops?
I think that for every player on the team, what Coach Meyer says, that I think is just brilliant, is rather than trying to fit your players to your scheme, you fit your scheme to your players. So we're recruiting a very specific kind of player right now. I think it should be obvious to people that are watching. We're looking for long, lean, fast football players who run and hit. And then we'll figure out how we get 11 of them on the field at the same time.
Seems like Von Bell's the total package.
I would say Von Bell has a great skill set, as do a lot of the freshman kids. He has a combination of the ability to play man coverage and still go down in the box and play physically, and he's fun to be around.
How did things fall into place with the punting situation and Cameron came late?
Really, isn't that an amazing story?
Yeah.
Think about that. We lost our punter on signing day. We don't have one. We went through all of spring with our kicker as our punter, and he's a very serviceable punter. He's a great kid, but through an awful lot of connections and conversations and hard work, and I spent an awful lot of time learning to speak Australian, which is remarkably different than English. We found a kid that is I believe truly special in a lot of ways. He's been an Australian rules football player. He's a tough guy. He's an athlete. He can run, and he is absolutely gifted with his feet and can do great things punting the football, and so it was a long journey. It took a lot of convincing, to be honest with you, but we have got a guy that I think has a chance to be very, very special and a great weapon for our team.
Were you looking at just practice, maybe the pro kick?
There's no practice. He's never played football.
Right.
There's no practice. He is an Australian rules football player. I watched that, and it's awful, but I watched him kick balls on video, Skype, whatever you call all of that stuff, and as much as you can review something like that in somebody's drill work. But the reality is, you're talking about, you don't know if this guy, you got 11 guys running at him with pads on. He never put a helmet on, and he never put on shoulder pads, and now all of a sudden, here they come. And so that's a risk. And by all, the greatest thing was he came this summer and he got in our environment with our guys and did all the weightlifting. And you can't come out of Mickey Marotti's strength program without being a tough dude. And now he's getting it. And so, he's still got to take one in front of 107,000 people now on a Saturday afternoon in the fall. And we try to put him under as much pressure as we can, but I think he's going to service us very, very well.
It seems like a lot of those freshman DBs are kind of the prototype to be piranhas, be on the kick coverage unit. Have you worked on that much the first week? Or
we have not. We have not installed kickoff yet. It will be coming this week. But you're absolutely right. We would like to think that we have got a greater number of guys this year than last year that can run down the field and do damage when they get to the ball. And that's the kind of kids that we're recruiting, and I'm excited to install that this week. That's going to be a lot of fun.
How has Bradley responded through his off-field troubles and now this first week of camp? Are you pleased with what
Bradley Roby does his business like a professional? He's incredible in our meeting room. We scrimmaged yesterday and we played a veteran and 3 true freshmen. And he is the leader by far. He teaches, he communicates, he puts his arm around those young guys, and he is talking them through how to play the position. There's one thing to coach it and there's one thing to play it. And those kids are, I believe, getting the benefit of both perspectives every day in the meeting room. And I appreciate that. He is working, we talk every day about how to improve his craft, how to become better at what he does. It's not okay to be just as good as he was last year. And he's worked hard at that. I gave him a list of things today that we're going to work on this week, and I believe he'll work very hard at those things. And I think he'll produce at the end of the week what we set out to do today.